All right, everybody, what is going on? We're hopping into a 200% level 10 links EZA showcase for TEQ Ultimate Gohan. Here he is in game, finally, after our long wait of like, what, a week since they dropped this guy in the data download. He is finally in the game. So here he is, fully EZA'd, link level 10, ready to go. We are ready to use this guy right here. Guys, TEQ Ultimate Gohan. So real quick, I do want to show the build that I have on this guy. We've got 25 additional, 11 dodge, and 5 crit. This guy doesn't really need crit at all, ever, for any reason. So I just went with the minimal 5. And I did actually give him this really premier skill orb that I have because I could not think of a better or more deserving character to give this skill orb to than TEQ Ultimate Gohan and his EZA. So we've got a level 5 additional and dodge right here. A level 5 additional in silver that I've had on him like forever, and then a level 6 defense right here. So very, very, very good build for this guy. Full additional. If you guys don't know, TEQ Ultimate Gohan is kind of the same as he was before, but now he just does a lot more additionals, and he does a lot more damage. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Now on turn 1 right here, we are guarding. We have 30% damage reduction and an extra 58% defense on turn 1. They kind of gave him that just to help out this turn 1 defense because that is when he is the weakest. But keep in mind that we can quad super on every single turn. The first turn is your least likely chance to get it because you'll need to get the hidden potential super attack. But once you do that, you'll just be able to quad super for the rest of the fight pretty easily. So this guy does have an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super attack, and then he's got another additional that has a 70% chance to be a super attack after you perform your 3rd attack in battle. So that's why if you give him a really high hidden potential build like this where he has 25 additional, he's essentially got a 50-50 to proc like his hidden potential on every attack that he does. So you know, anyway, you guys get it. TEQ Ultimate Gohan's crazy. Now, in this first turn, we're at 290k defense. We have Brainiacs, All in the Family, and Fierce Battle activated. I kind of built this team around just supporting Gohan. This is by no means a real team, but we do have Tien here, who is his 60% support, and he does share Cold Judgment. That's why I brought him. We have this Goku right here, who shares All in the Family, and he gives support to Power of Wishes, which Gohan is a part of. We have this Goku right here who has All in the Family, so that's another defensive link. And then we have Bulma, who does give support, and she does also have Brainiacs. So just a good mix of characters here who are supporting Gohan and are activating his most important links. He doesn't have the best link set ever here in base. This is a pretty quirky link set, and this is why some people downplayed him on release, because whenever he released, it was before the link level update was in the game. So Brainiacs was just not very good. Let's see if I can pull up. So Brainiacs is just attacking, it's just 10% attack and defense, and it also wasn't very common back then. All in the Family is 15% defense, so that was fine. Saiyan Lineage was just 1 key. Cold Judgment was 20% defense. Revival was just 2 key. Power Bestowed by God was just 5% attack. And then Fierce Battle was 15% attack. So he didn't really have key links. He did, but I mean, it was just Saiyan Lineage, which gave 1 key. And they just had a bunch of these like random defense links that were just really hard to get activated. And they're still not super common to get activated, but we do have a few more common characters now who have these, like King Vegeta I will probably use in some of my showcases. Orange Piccolo's a good character. So, like, you know, Brainiacs, you can possibly get active. I'd say Bulma is still somewhat relevant, so you can definitely still get use out of her. This guy potentially could EZA at some point still. You know, Broly, Chi-Lai, and Limo are a real unit. This guy could EZA soon, so there are some real characters in here that could really buff this guy, you know, to a pretty extreme degree. That STR Gohan, I forgot where he went. I scrolled past him. But this guy right here, if this guy was to EZA, that would be a huge help to this Gohan, because I think they share a number of links. I think that's one of his better linking partners, I think. Him and, like, Future Gohan. But anyway, so then we have, like, All in the Family. I'd say All in the Family is still pretty, like, common. A lot of these characters, I'd say, have fallen off at this point, but we are, I believe Beast Gohan has All in the Family, so that's not really going to be an issue. Cold Judgment's a little bit more tough. I mean, this character's not very good. So yeah, but there are some good Cold Judgment characters, but a lot of the times it's like there are good characters, but are they on Gohan's team is going to be the hard part. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and just get into this showcase right here. We'll go ahead and float Goku. We'll keep Bulma on rotation. I could float Bulma, but I want to keep her around for Brainiacs. So yeah, I guess All in the Family is a higher link, but It doesn't matter. Let's grab these right here for Gohan. Oh, by the way, let's see what Gohan's defense is now that we got Bulma's support. So he's up to 324k. So keep in mind that he's going to be getting 50% of that every single time that he super attacks on his first turn. It'll go down a little bit because on his first turn, he is getting that extra 58%. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, right here, he gets this extra 58% at the start of turn. That goes away after his first turn. But on your first turn, it's going to make your stacks just a little bit more potent on that turn. After this goes away, your stacks will decrease. But anyway, so 324k, it's not really going to be an issue. You guys will see. We're going to get this. No, don't do that, cord. No, come back, please. The moment I try to set the cord down because my hand's getting tired, I needed to rest. Let me mute the audio real quick and do that. But yeah, the moment I set the cord down, it like freaks it out, and my hand was starting to cramp a little bit, and I needed to use my other one. So 4.5 is what he starts out with right here. Let me shut up and talk about Gohan. You guys don't care about my hand cramping or me needing to drink some water right here. So then 4.8. So we're jumping up about 300,000 for every single super attack that we do right here. All right, can we get the third? Okay, we got the normal. That's fine. That gives us another... Dang it, we got the normal. So that fourth attack right there had a 70% chance to be a super attack. So we're starting out with 2 super attacks right here. That's pretty unlucky. We failed a 50% chance and a 70% chance for those to be super attacks. I'm really disappointed that we failed the second 70% chance, but you guys know me, and I mean, I don't think it's just me. I think a lot of people in the community have this issue where 70% chances feel more like 40% maybe, you know, on average, so... All right, we'll go ahead and float Tien right here, and then we will be right back with the next rotation. All right, so here on the next rotation with Gohan, our attack stats were a little low last turn. One thing I forgot to mention is that he does get extra attack whenever guard is activated. So now that we can put him in slot 1 right here, Rose is attacking, so he's going to get that activated. Now, keep in mind, we only got 2 stacks with Gohan last turn, which I'm going to say is very, very unlucky. So that was a very unlucky turn right there. Only 2 stacks. Again, we are going to have lost our 58% extra defense right here. So if you remember, we were at like 324k with Bulma support activated last turn. Both Bulma support and this 58% are no longer active. We'll be able to get Bulma's activated after we get her orbs. But just know that our defense is still going to be higher. So let's go ahead and click on it. I think it's going to be at about 500k-ish is where we're going to be. And we're at 400. Okay, so maybe a little bit lower than I was expecting, but I mean, I can show you guys the full math on this if you are interested. Let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, so we have it switched over right here, and as you can see, Gohan does have a 13,610 attack stat. You guys can see that right on the card. We are on a 200% leader skill, so you're going to take that and multiply it by 5, so that's going to get us up to 68,050. Links, we only have Brainiacs activated right now, so that's going to be 15%, so you take this, multiply it by 1.15. Then we're getting a 150% at the start of turn, so you take this number right here, multiply by 2.58, that'll get you 201,904. This is what his defense would be if we did not have any stacks. We did get 2 stacks last turn, though, so you take this and you multiply it by 2. That's because, you know, each stack is 50%. So 50% plus 50% is 100%. 100% of 201,904 is 201,904. You add them 2 together, or you multiply by 2, however you want to view that, and you get up to 403,809. And as you can see right there in game, we're at 403,808. So that's how, you know, we could have gotten to that number if I didn't want to calculate it. Now, oh, no, the cord. Well, that's fine. We are going to be getting Bulma's support activated right here. So instead of having just 158% at the start of turn, we're going to add 37% to that. And so after we get Bulma's support activated, we're going to go up to 461,720, give or take, like a few numbers right there. Sorry, I had to resync the audio. All right, so... let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and give Gohan his orb. Let's just make sure that we can get Bulma her 5 orbs. So let's grab these with Gohan. And then we can grab these 5 right here for Bulma. Again, the target number that we're looking for is 461, 720. So let's go ahead and grab those. That gets Bulma's support activated. And boom, 461, 718. So as you guys can see, I kind of know what I'm doing whenever it comes to this. I just whiffed my first estimate because I was thinking about maybe with more links activated. So let's go ahead and grab those right there, and let's see what Gohan has to offer us. Next rotation, we will have TN on rotation, who will be giving us an extra 60% support at the start of turn. We'll have more stacks. We'll be looking really, really good. So it takes a little bit of damage right there, but that's nothing to really be concerned about. And he shoots out an 11 million attack stat. Again, we can do 4 of these, and each one is going to do more damage than the last. There we go. We got the 70% chance again. Now we should have the second 70% chance coming up next. Let's see. We fail it again. Do we get the hidden potential system, though? We do. Okay, so we got a triple super this time. So if we're going to go ahead and calculate his defense over on the side. By the way, he did like a 40 million attack stat or something like that on this turn. 11, 11 plus 12. What would that be? 22, 34. He did like a 34 million attack stat or something. 35 million on this turn with, you know, all those extra rounding numbers in there. So now we're going to have 5 stacks. So that would be 50%, 100%, 150, 200%, 250%. So instead of multiplying by 2, we'll multiply by 3.5. So we're going to be at, and we're going to have TN on rotation, who's going to be giving us Cold Judgment, which is what? Another 25% defense, I believe, is what Cold Judgment is. Yep. So Cold Judgment. So this means this will go up to 1.4. And then we'll also have his support, so that's another plus 0.6. So whenever we come back on next rotation, and after Bulma gets her orbs, we're going to be at approximately 1.18 million defense on the next turn whenever we come back. So that's obviously very, very good. But before Bulma's support is activated, this is the actual number that we'll see. Let me just show you guys so that, you know, you can't call me like a fraud or something like that. Let me take out Bulma's support. There we go. So this is what we should see with 5. Oh, sorry. This should say after 5 stacks now. So after 5 stacks, we should come on to next rotation with 1.06 million defense, which again, I would say is like maybe pretty bad luck. I mean, getting a 2 into a 3 out of a possible 8. We're running on like, what is, you know, plus 5 out of 8? What is that? We're running on like 63% of the total supers we could have gotten right now. I'd say that's pretty unlucky. So anyway, let's go ahead. We'll cut right here. We'll come back with Gohan on rotation again. All right, here we are back on rotation, and like I said, 1.06 is what we're shooting for, and Gohan is at 1.06353, so we're only 2 off from my prediction, so that is pretty good. Again, once Bulma's support becomes activated, this will go up a little bit, so we'll add in, let's see, 0.37. So we're going to go up to 1.18 potentially after Bulma's support is activated. So how are our attacks looking? Yeah, so we can keep them right in the middle like this because there's no attack in slot 1. It's just Zamasu healing. So we can keep them right here. We'll be able to, can we get Tien any orbs? This is probably really bad for Tien. Let me throw Tien at the end here. We'll keep Gohan in the middle. Maybe that's bad. No, let's keep Tien at the front, so that way he's at least type advantage. So we'll keep Tien on rotation. Again, we do have Brainiacs and Cold Judgment activated right here, so even though this doesn't seem like it would be a crazy rotation, I mean, this is good for him because Gohan mostly just wants to get his defensive links active anyway, and so being able to get 2 of his, you know, 3 major defensive links activated here is really good. Revival doesn't really matter. It's just key. Saiyan Lineage is pretty good, but it's pretty minimal overall compared to like Cold Judgment, which is 25% defense, and Brainiacs, which is 15% attack and defense. So I would say overall we have a good amount of links activated right here. Now, you're probably looking at this and you're like, oh, you know, turn 5, it's not that crazy that he's at 1 million defense, but I mean, this is like an effortless 1 million defense. Like, he didn't have to do anything. It's going to keep going up. We could make it higher, by the way, because, you know, we're at, what, 158% at the start of turn? After we transform, Gohan does go up to 258% at the start of the turn instead. So, I mean, we get that extra 100%, and, you know, suddenly our defense is just, like, much higher. But, Anyway, let's go ahead and grab Tien some orbs. I'll just try to give him as many as possible right here. That way, hopefully, he doesn't die. We'll give Gohan these over here, and then we'll grab Bulma's support. We'll go ahead and float her off, get her on the next rotation. Again, Gohan is not going to be doing as crazy of attack stats on this turn because... my brain, because we're not getting hit first. Remember that Gohan does get an attack buff after guard is activated within the turn. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It's actually for 3 turns that he gets that. So I think that's still, is that still activated? I don't know. We'll see after he gets hit here. I don't think it is. That, I mean, we would still be seeing like a 11, 12 million attacks to right here if it were activated. So, the 3-turn, whatever, is not activated currently. All right, so we got the... This is a triple, right? So we could do one more. We actually got the triple this time. Come on, give me one more, baby, please. Please, 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 give me one more. Nice! There we go. Okay. Very, very good. We got the quad super turn from Gohan. Finally, he's showing out for us. We love to see it. And then, boom, he gets hit. And yeah, you can see he's actually up to an 18,363,410 attack stat after that attack buff when activated right there. You can see it down at the bottom. So obviously, if we had gotten hit first and Gohan did a quad 18 million attack stat, I think you guys would consider that pretty good. Another thing Gohan is doing is that in his base form, he is debuffing. So that is something to just, you know, keep in your memory banks right there. But yeah, let me go ahead. We will get this next rotation with Gohan. That'll probably be the best rotation of the video. And then maybe we'll switch to a different team and get some more footage of them. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just hop into the showcases with them and we'll get those videos out instead. So give me 1 second. We'll be right back and we will see Gohan's next rotation. All right, we got this next rotation here with Gohan, and the attacks didn't really break like I wanted them to. We do have an attack in slot 1 in order to get Gohan's, like, attack active for the turn. But unfortunately, I really wanted to put him in the middle here. Notice how we're at 1.8 million defense, by the way. That would go up. That would, if we were to transform him right here, that would go up, like, over 2 million. I don't know if you guys know this, but... over 2 million defense with guard on turn 7 is actually still good in the 9th anniversary meta. A lot of these fights go from like to turn 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 even, just depending on your team build. So, you know, being able to get over 2 million defense and you're not breaking a sweat, I mean, you know, I'd say we had pretty bad luck with his additionals. I mean, we got like, what, a 2, a 3, and then a 4? So I guess we got a little bit better as we went, but what is that, 9 super attacks across... 3 rotations, I would say. So I guess we averaged out, like, good then. I would say 3 super attacks with this guy per turn is probably what you can expect. So across 3 rotations, getting 9 super attacks, basically 3 per rotation, even though it was 2, 3, 4, I would say that still, like, evens out, basically. I would say that that is good odds, so... yeah, I'd say that I'm pretty satisfied with that then. We got, you know, a low turn, a high turn, and then just like the average turn, and overall we averaged out. So, again, so I'd say average here, right here. I mean, I don't have exact numbers to back up, like, oh, this actually is the average or not. But, you know, I in my heart, I feel like 3 super attacks per turn is going to be this guy's average. And for us to be at 1.8 million defense before we transform on our 7th turn overall is very, very good. Because, I mean, remember, if he's going to super attack again on this turn, so it's going to go up even higher. Now, here's the bad news, right, is that we actually can't keep... we can't keep this rotation. We have to actually do this. So we're going to lose Cold Judgment. Now, is Cold Judgment and All the Family, are they the same now? I think they're both... No. Cold Judgment is actually higher, but we would also lose All in the Family. Or, I'm sorry, we would also lose Fierce Battle. But yeah, you can see we lose 200% defense from that. Yeah, so let's see how important his links are. So right here, you see that 1.5? That is with All in the Family. This right here is with Cold Judgment, that 1.6. Now, here's like a little funny trick that you can do when switching characters. Notice how whenever you switch, the links deactivate for a second. If you do that and then click on your character screen, it'll actually show you what their defense is without their links activated. So if we didn't have any of our defensive links activated on this turn, we'd still be at 1.3 million defense. But as soon as we activate that, we let it kind of refresh and activate right here. Now we go up 200k, and then... you know, this one we go up 300k compared to what we would be at. So I guess I'll leave Tien here. He is giving more support anyway, so I mean, I guess that just makes sense. So we'll leave him right here. We'll leave Gohan untransformed again. We'll go ahead and grab Tien some orbs, and then remember that this Goku actually is supporting as well. If you guys haven't used this guy in a while, he does give, if it'll let me pull it up, right here, Power of Wishes category allies, attack and defense plus 30%, additional attack plus 25%, and defense plus 50%, and transforming. Oh no, that's for him. Never mind. Okay, yeah, so never mind. So he's just giving, what is it, 3 key? No, he's not giving any key. So just 30% attack and defense is what he's giving to Power of Wishes category allies, and Gohan is on Power of Wishes right there, so... Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll get this attack stat from Gohan, and then I guess we'll cut, and we'll come back and get one more rotation with Gohan. By the way, none of this, this is all without Bulma's support, by the way. Bulma, remember, got floated off, so we still haven't been able to get her support activated yet. So we'll get one more rotation with Gohan, with Bulma's support activated, with Tien's support, and, yeah, that'll be it. So we'll get that rotation, and then we'll transform him. We'll see how he does. I mean, here we go. We're getting another really good rotation right here. Another 15 million attack stat. I mean, he's doing damage. Like, this guy, you know, his attack stacking isn't fake. This guy actually does do real attack stacking. There we go. You know, a quad 15 million attack stat is good. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that is good damage right there. So... all right, we'll get one more rotation out of Gohan transformed, and then we will go ahead and wrap up this video. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, and let's get that one more rotation. All right, we just watched some of the Buu saga right there. Just watched the entire thing. Now, I do want to disclose to you guys that immediately after I paused the recording right there, we did get one shot by that Spirit Bomb Turles movie Goku right here. This dude got his... Listen, Rose reached inside of him and pulled out, like, he was... you know, he was puppeteering him. All right. Anyway, so, but, we still have this really good rotation right here. I came back in. We got some stacks. I don't think our luck was as good, but we are still over 2 million defense right here, transformed. We do have support from Tien. We are not yet getting Bulma's support activated, but we are going to go ahead and pop her active skill. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Hang on. I'm an idiot. All right, let's collect our orbs first, and then we will pop the active skills. So, now, once you transform with Gohan, he's doing some really great things, some really awesome stuff here, like guaranteed double supering. He does still... Now, here's the thing, right? Before he EZA'd, he just greatly raised attack, I think, for 1 turn. Now, he greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, meaning that even after you transform with this guy, you still get 2 more rotations, essentially, of stacking, as long as you keep him on rotation. But, I mean, why would you not? So, there's no, like... You're no longer incentivized to try to squeeze out every possible turn you can out of Teen Gohan, and then maybe transform him on your very last turn. It's like, no... Once you're comfortable, you can just go ahead and transform with this guy. You know, if you're estimating maybe you've got 2 or 3 turns left in the fight, go ahead and transform with this guy because he's going to keep stacking. He's going to, now he just guaranteed double supers. So you do lose an additional, but now 2 of them are just guaranteed, right? His main super attack and then the additional. So that's really good. You can still triple if you get the hidden potential super attack, which is another reason to give him, hidden potential additional attacks, right? I believe he is super effective against all types within the same turn when guard is activated, and then you do guaranteed crits whenever you're facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or more, or when facing a Majin Buu category enemy, or Majin Buu Saga category enemy. So, for the new Majin Buu Saga Red Zone, this guy is going to be an absolute obliterator. Very nice from Gohan right here. Again, 2.3 million defense right here. That's going to go up after we get Bulma's orbs. Let's go ahead and grab Tien's orbs right here. And then now we can pop Bulma's active skill. We're not going to be able to see what Gohan's defense is, but Doesn't Bulma give a defensive support on her active skill? Yeah, so she's giving 17% attack and defense right here. And, I mean, all characters become super effective against all types. But you can see Gohan's defense is already at 2.7 million before we even get orbs from Bulma. So we're going to grab these. His defense is going to go up even more. And, yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's see what happens right here. We are going to be super effective against all types again. This is easy, double digits. I don't think this has a debuff or anything. I think Rose is just a normal super attack. There we go. We get our attack buff. Zamasu tries to super us. Again, double digits. And here we are at a 17 million attack stat. Again, I think we got pretty unlucky with the orbs. It's going to be pretty easy to see this guy, like, over 20 million. We also only have Cold Judgment activated here, right? Only Cold Judgment is activated right here, I believe. So, you know, if we were on, like, a team with Beast Gohan, for example, you know, we have, like, 5 out of 7 links activated with him. We do higher attack stats, but we do get the triple super attack right here. So I would say this is, you know, this is obviously pretty good. Again, I think we got pretty unlucky with the additionals here. But it's you guys kind of get the idea, right? The real thing that we're oohing and ahhing at is that 3 million defense stat that he had right here, not necessarily the triple 18 million attack stats, which those are still pretty good. But that's definitely not the high point. Now, I guess I'll go ahead and get one more rotation. Our defense won't be as high because, you know, we're not going to have all this super juicing going on. But we can go ahead and see what he's going to look like next rotation. Because remember, he did just get another 3-turn stack right here. So technically, next rotation, he's going to be hitting... Well, he's not going to be hitting harder because we're not going to have Bulma's active skill. But he is going to be, like, hitting harder next turn. So... I guess we'll get one more rotation, this time for real, and then we'll go into the breakdown. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and make this the final rotation for real, everybody. Here we go. So we do have, what is it, Cold Judgment activated here with TN. We could put him in the middle again. What? 3.53 million. 3.5 million. By the way, real quick, this part right here, this extra attack that he gets is now for the rest of battle. So we don't have to worry about putting him in slot 1. So... $3.53 million. Okay. Well, let's make sure Tien doesn't die right here. Let's get him plenty of orbs. Tien's at 872. He should be fine, even if this is Zamasu supers him. He should be okay. All right, let's see what Gohan's got right here. We'll make this the final rotation. All right, 3.53 million defense. Notice how Gohan, before he even supers, is at a 13 million attack stat. Did you guys see that? There's no Bulma support right here, by the way. Bulma's support is not up. We're at a 13 million attack stat. Oh, 23. 23. There's a guaranteed additional coming, by the way. Guaranteed additional right after this, in case you're curious. Another one. Yeah, here we go. And 24. Guys, we're over 3.5 million defense with guard right here, by the way. Oh, we got the normal. Oh, only a 14.8 million normal, guys. Oh, man. Like, only 14.8 million, guys. Aw. I get we're pretty deep into this event. We got a lot of stacks. We got a lot of juice going, but still. We just saw a 3.5 million defense. This Gohan is just the airplane mode glitch. That's what he is. Gohan is just airplane mode. All right. Well, let's move into the breakdown. Let's go ahead and move into the breakdown, guys. All right, this is Power Beyond the Extremes, Gohan Teen. His leader skill is Saviors or Hybrid Saiyans, category key +3, HP attack and defense plus 170%. His super attack is the Z Sword Slash Extreme, greatly raises attack and defense, immense damage to the enemy, and lowers attack. Elder Kai's Ritual is his passive skill, key +3, 158% attack and defense at the start of turn. Additional defense plus 58% and reduces damage Z by 30% for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Launches an additional attack is a great chance of becoming a super attack. Launches an additional attack is a great chance. By the way, great chance is 70% chance, if you guys didn't know. But launches another additional attack is a great chance of becoming a super attack, starting from the turn in which the character performs the 3rd attack in battle. So if you get the hidden potential attack, even if it's just the attack and not the super attack on your first turn, then you will activate this for the rest of battle, which is pretty good. Guaranteed guard, and then on your whenever your guard is activated, you get 58% attack within the same turn, and an additional attack plus 58% for 3 turns. So this guy is very good. If you guys didn't know that, this guy is awesome. So. Active skill receives a boost through the hidden potential activation. Activates special condition. This is a funny way of saying that, like, you know, he's not on transformation boost, right? He's not actually transforming. That's what they're getting at there. So can be activated starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, once only. We already kind of went over his links. They are pretty wonky. He is on a lot of teams, though, and he's on a couple 200% teams right here. Nothing really crazy, but he is on God Goku's, who is still, like, a relevant team. These guys are okay in some 9th anniversary content. I don't know if I'd want to run 2 of them, and then these 2 are just out of their depth at this point. But, you know, Majin Buu's team is good. And the nice thing, too, is that this guy is on, like, teams that, you know, are still semi-relevant, like, what is it? Doesn't Defenders of Justice have, like, a new leader on JP? Earthbred Fighters is going to get a new leader, but even on that team, I mean, he's going to be solid on there on the 170. You know, like Bond of Parent and Child, Power of Wishes, like, he's got teams. He'll be fine, okay? Don't worry about it. So, this guy has just always had a place throughout, like, since this guy released, he's always had use, and I imagine he will continue to have use. I mean, this guy's gonna, listen, I'm just gonna say it now, this guy's EZA is going to outlive STR Cooler's Super EZA. Like, it's just gonna happen. So Ultimate Gohan right here, Power Beyond the Extremes, Ultimate Gohan. You know, everything is pretty much the same, but right here on his super attack effect, it basically caps off his stacking is the way this works. So, you know, whereas we were just infinitely stacking our attack and defense, they're now saying, okay, once you transform, you only get 3 more turns of stacking and you're cut off. But as you guys saw, it's plenty of time. So, and then we get a great chance to stun as well, which is relevant. You know, like the Cell Max fight can be stunned. So, that is good. He now has 3 key, 258% attack and defense. That's up from 158. So that extra 100% really helps, makes all the stacks that you've gotten previously a lot more potent. Guard, guaranteed additional. We already went over the additional attack whenever, you know, guard is activated for the rest of battle. And then we already kind of went over the crits a little bit. So, very good, very good. His link skill does become a little bit better. It's much more like, I don't want to say easy to get these links activated, but he does share 5 links with Beast Gohan once he transforms, so all the more reason to be saving your stones for Beast Gohan. Categories right here don't change, and then linking partners do change a little bit, but, you know, you still just... You really just want to focus on these defense links. If you can get just like All in the Family, Cold Judgment, yeah, like, you know, you want to get one of these major defense links activated. So that's what you want to be building around. And with Beast Gohan, you can get All in the Family, so it's not really a huge issue. On Global right now, again, just focusing on All in the Family. We have plenty of All in the Family characters right now on Global that this guy is going to be good with. So it shouldn't be hard to, you know, get one of these powerful defensive links active or multiple and have this guy just put in work. So let me know what you guys think about TEQ Ultimate Gohan and his EZA. I think he is the clear best EZA in the game. I don't even think it's close. There's maybe certain fights where other EZAs can have a little bit more value, but I think across the game, you're going to find that TEQ Ultimate Gohan is able to dominate all levels of content. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.